In 1994, I had the opportunity, privilege of going to Russia. And of course, that was just, 3 years after the wall had come down and the country had opened up. As we talked to orphanage directors, what emerged again and again was a need for shoes. We desperately need shoes.
Shoes.
A pair of shoes.
They needed shoes.
They had been touched like we had as they had observed the children in these particularly Russian orphanages and had come up with this idea of getting shoes.
New shoes.
A brand new shiny pair of shoes.
All these shoes for them.
Tie them up, make sure they fit right. A pair of shoes for a child.
We're behind you 100%.
Our mind said we might get 400 or 500 pairs of shoes. And at the end of the day, we had, I would say, probably 5,000 or 6,000 pairs. It was astounding.
If I were to think about the impact of a pair of shoes, it does sort of paint a picture for what it looked like for Jesus to be in front of his disciples and wash their feet.
Cleaning their feet, putting on a brand new white pair of socks, a brand new shiny pair of shoes. There was something really special, really personal about that.
Just the act of bending down and washing feet and placing shoes on the feet of a child.
Having those shoes put on my feet by somebody I don't know, somebody who comes over and so happy to do it.
And that's transformational.
Well, we might think a simple pair of shoes, what does it mean for a child? For that child, lights up their world.
We saw how their eyes would light up.
Their faces just get bright.
Oh, just to see their smiles.
Receiving a pair of shoes was one of the happiest moments of my life.
It's the first new anything they've ever had.
I do know the language of a twinkle in the eye of a child who's just gotten something that he has never, ever had before.
And whether it was shoes or people going over or boxing them up or buying them at the store and bringing them, whatever part people played in it, they were all part of God's process of bringing about change in people's lives.
There's just a whole lot of love behind those shoes.
I remember seeing a lady come into our radio station in some of those early years. She said, "You're giving us a very simple thing we can do, doesn't break our bank, and it's going to impact a life half a world away. Why would I not do this?"
It follows the tradition of Buckner, which had always tried to engage the people we were ministering to.
It's kind of taken on a life of its own.
To see the impact that it had on the volunteers,
I think people visualized what good they were doing.
I have something that somebody thought enough of me to provide them.
When they realize that there is someone who cares about them.
I just wanted to hug them.
it has opened doors of opportunity for us in multiple countries that have started with shoes.
I can't really envision a Buckner without Shoes for Orphan Souls. When I think about the future of Buckner as that being our calling card,